to have you back. There was a play they worked on in practice just happened as Rylan Ofteride on the rush, and Penguins forward forgot to cover the point. Something that could be dangerous later on. It was discussed at the last practice. Ooh, and I believe Armstrong right past the point in that scenario. As it's broken out, here comes Jack Reel. He scoots up the left-hand side into the offensive zone. He'll wind, he'll fire. Nice stick on puck by the U14s. Reel back on it. A centering feed goes off the stick of Filiaggi. Reel's yanked down. We'll end up with a 2010 power play here as Schub with the puck. That's blocked. It'll be touched up by the ladies in white. And we will get the first penalty call. 12:05 to play here, period number one. We want to welcome everybody joining us around the world. Of course, those up in the great north in Canada, happy to have you here. Ofteride with it at the point. Jack Reel came up the left, started this rush into the U14 zone, has it along the wall. He'll protect the puck before having it swiped away. And out to center come the lovely ladies of the Pens Elite. Down the right wing. Wiped away here by Evans. He'll get control. Carrying through center. Cutting to the outside. Joined by Paris. He's got Shuby driving the middle. Evans will carry it all the way behind before it's poked away and cleared to center by the U14. Come off of Clutter. Harris there. Now Evans. Evans to Hartman. Hartman tries to go back to Evans. It'll be picked off. I think that's Ligda for the U14s. Popped all the way in. No icing the call. Evans on the forecheck. Now Valella joins the rush. It'll be turned over to Paris. Driving in is Hartman. Off the stick, batting out of Paris off the side of the cage. Back behind for Evans. He loses control against the wall. It'll be Paris keeping it briefly at the blue line. He'll regroup at center. Hartman into battle. Back to Starr. Starr does a nice 10-2 Mohawk to get away from trouble, but has it swiped away. It's dumped in as the penalty has expired. Dalton Julius returning from a lengthy injury, a broken leg in May. Kaminsky behind. So it's good to see Dalton Julius on the ice. He only started practicing full at the Pens last practice, so a good opportunity for him to get some game pace here as Brody Carter, the Hudson Hornet, splits the defense, fires one in. It's a great save. Puck kept out. It'll be back to the point where Ofteride will twist to the middle, sending a dandy of a pass across to Kaminsky. And the Fridge fires one low and hard that's gloved and held. And we'll get a stop and play. Face off to come to the left of the U14 net. It's great to be back here, bringing the games to you live. Trying to get my mouse. Penguins working behind the cage. It's Armstrong. A nice little head shoulder fake. Pops free. Woo with the shot. And the rebound pops just over the stick of Carter. Back come the U14s. Kaminsky there to battle right around the blue line. Ooh with the puck. Over to Ofterhide. Ooh, back to it. Banking it off the boards nicely to Carter. A sliding U14 keeps it in as the Pens Elite U14s have it in front. There's a beautiful kick save by Clutter. And he's able to get the puck under the pad. Nice job there. Preston Clutter, the starting goaltender today for the Pens. I would think maybe they'll switch. They do have a game tomorrow, though, so you might see the full game for the goalies. Be Jack Reel winning the race to the puck. We're going to say that a lot this year. Problem out. As the U14s get control, they'll take it behind their own cage looking for some protection. Pursued from behind by Reel. The stick lift once, twice. He'll stay on, hounding. It'll be Shub with it. Back to Julius. Julius blazing into the offensive zone. He'll cut to the outside, maintain control. Centering one, he's looking for Paris. He'll pop free to the corner. Reel needs to complete the changes. The Penguins have made a line change. It'll be popped in behind for Clutter. They'll leave it for Starr. Reversing to Ofterhide, wrapped around for the stick of Hartman. Hartman bumps it towards Paris. That's picked off and played deeper by the U14. Ofterhide, unable to get control behind, so it'll be picked up by U14s again. There's Paris. Paris swings it behind the cage. It's U14 business again. Great puck possession at times here for the U14 team. As Starr comes away with it, now Evans. Evans will come up the left. He's joined by Starr. He'll find Paris in the high slot. Back to Evans. His shot kept out. Rebound sitting free. Swipe towards the cage by Paris. But it is stopped and held. Covered up. And we'll get a whistle. Paris on the faceoff. Back behind the U14 net it comes. Hartman there on the forecheck. Able to cut it off on the half wall. Bring the U14's back. They'll come up the other side. Ofterhide comes down. Here's got players covering this time as Ofterhide joins the rush. A cross ice feed by Starr. He'll get control. Tapped off of his stick, but there's Paris. Paris will pick it up. He'll wind. He'll fire. It's a stick on puck block. And a trickling shot makes its way in on the goaltender to be covered up and held. That's right. You're back here. You're watching Cine TV. Dix, subscribe. If you're listening right now and you're not a subscriber, get on there. Hit the subscribe button. Dix more, we hit the 800 number. 800. Ocho Cero Cero. For our friends in Spanish-speaking countries joining us from around the globe. Woo, working in the corner. Kept in by the U14s. They'll kick it back to the point. Banking one off the boards in behind. It'll be Julius. Julius unable to get control. Center it again. That one comes the whole way through. Armstrong on the forecheck. Nice job by the U14s to run a little bit of interference and free up a teammate. Blazing into the offensive zone, and we're going to get a hookaroo on Brody Carter, I believe. Number 6 for the Pens will take the first trip to the sin bin for 1:30 and feel shame. Got 4:31 to play, period 1, a 0-0 score. U14s played the 2011s, the Squish Tender squad, earlier today. The 2011s coming away with a 3-1 victory. Squish Tender throwing up a blank ski in his first action on the gold squad. We also have Team Nelson for the 2011s who've been broadcasting here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. We're happy to have them. I want to give a special thanks to Mike Bowen for covering their games, bringing you the play-by-play, bringing you the video feed. Rob Schweitzer on the camera work there for them. Able to jump on the Cine TV train and still bring you the Nelson's 2011 crew. Bush's crew from last year. An amazing group of kids and families. They're out in Philly right now. They'll be playing again tomorrow. Be able to catch them on Cine TV as well. We'll have a busy day of action for you. As we'll probably broadcast from here, I would guess, a 2:15-ish start, I believe, tomorrow for a rematch of these two squads. So it'll be good to see that. But it's great to have the 2011 Nelson team still broadcasting. I know they beat the Junior Flyers earlier today. I believe they did have a victory yesterday as well against the Islanders. I think they're sitting right now at 2-2 on the trip to Philly. They get the Cincinnati Swords and Junior Flyers again tomorrow. So jonesing for some of that youth hockey magic. Brady Paris, short-handed into the zone, stopping, starting, possessing behind the net as we wind inside at 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Stepping up, Kaminsky throws one towards the cage. It'll be picked up by the U14s. In on the pressure is Shub. Forcing a bit of a stutter step and a dump in by the U14s. Kaminsky back to get it. Rimmed around to Ofterhide. Ofterhide off the wall to Paris. He was on the rush earlier. This time it's swiped away. Kaminsky will get control. Twisting in the corners, Ofterhide. What body control for 34 on the Penguins. A fan-done shot, and we have a potential breakaway. It'll be the stick of Evans. From Paris, going to the backhand, and it is gloved. A beautiful glove save on the Evans breakaway. He was putting on the Ritz. This time he'll find Hartman backdoor. That shot blocked. Evans from a great feed from Paris, putting on the Ritz, doing the quick stick handle. As Hartman comes in, Evans on a backhand, reaches one wide of the cage. Hartman keeps it in. Briefly before it's being cleared to Wu. Wu, like a train through the middle, weaving inside, outside. His shot stopped and held. The 2010s and the U12 or U14 girls. Little inter-squad scrimmage here. None of this is like standings or any of that stuff. But it is an opportunity for these guys to get on the ice as the Pens will be traveling next weekend to Cleveland. Cleveland, Ohio, the site of their first official games. They're going to open up, I believe, with the Long Island Gulls. Or maybe OJG. I think maybe Long Island, then OJG. Oakland Junior Grizzlies. I think they'll play Long Island again and somebody else, maybe Philly Hockey Club, whose 09s are here this weekend, and a number of them here watching as a number of the 09s are for Philly Hockey. Two of them, Chase Pastor and Bobby Spang, play with a couple of these Penguins in the off-season. So it's nice they're here this weekend, able to pick this game up as we wind down to about a minute left. Wu in his own end, works it up, looking for Carter past him. In on the forecheck is Armstrong. U14s maintain control. They're in their white uniforms today. They're wearing, those with them are wearing the reverse retro with the Pittsburgh wording across the chest from the right shoulder to the left hip. Your 2010s, as Rylan Ofterheide streams in, his shot is stick-on puck block that makes its way in on net. The Penguins are in their new black unis, folks. The new black ones, an exact flip-flop of the reverse retro, the black jerseys, with Pittsburgh across the chest from the right shoulder to the left hip. They're in black pants with gold stripes, black socks with gold and white stripes, and the iconic gold Pens Elite helmet worn by all on the ice today, as we have a shot that goes up off the crossbar, off the back of the netminder, and it's the real deal. Jack Reel finding the back of the cage with 32.9 seconds to play here in period number 1. See how that play came to be. Reel kept it along the half wall, able to peel off. Sorry, Ofterheide kept it along the half wall. Great play there by Ofterheide. Keeping it along the half wall, able to peel off, find Reel in the high slot, and he made no doubt about that one. As another pass comes in, this one from Shub to the middle. Wiped that by Filiaggi and Reel. Neither one could get a stick to it, but Reel will control. He'll find Star. He's got a missile from there. He fires it in, a great blocker save. Reel to the puck. Throws it to the net as the horn sounds, and we end the first period with the 2010s leading 1-0. We will take you to intermission. Welcome back to the Lemieux Sports Complex here in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. For a scrimmage between the 2010 Pens Elite and the U14 girls team. The 2010s spent the intermission gathered around new bench boss. Jeff Hannon, the head coach of the Pens. He's joined again this season by Dr. Jason Julius. And the man with the best hair in the business, Chris Shub. Evans, is he free again? He is. He comes in, tries to go high, short side, just rolls off of his stick. It'll be followed up by Paris. Evans has gotten free twice now. That time tried to go and pull it short side as a stick-on puck deflection by Kaminsky sends a puck to the corner. Paris there again. He's been on the puck all game. Love the way he's worked. It'll come to Hartman. Hartman sends it across to Julius. The speedy Penguins defenseman back from injury is going to be in on an offside play as Paris jumped the gun and got in a smidge early. Make sure you're a subscriber, folks. All of you out there watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You can also tweet the booth. You can use the messenger. I got MJ Campbell out there watching. Hey, how's it going, MJ? We can't wait to see you guys when we get together I believe in a few weeks, bud. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I haven't updated in a while, so I got to get on that. Got to introduce the new crew doing the Nelson team. A great job. I watched most of their games. I was up in Erie all day today at the referee clinic. They do a great job up there in the city by the lake, Erie, Pennsylvania. Cameron was learning more about being a referee as he referees games when he's not playing. Shot from the point is Ofterhide, kicked out. It'll be Armstrong at center. Winning the battle, bringing it to his own end. A great pass to Ofterhide to start the breakup. He'll go back to Armstrong. Cut in front of Armstrong is Wu. Armstrong heavy to the deck as Wu weaves in. Goes forehand to backhand. That shot blocked by a stick and pops up over the cage. Be brought back out by the U14s, but cutting in is Real. Real back to Shub. Shub has it poked away. Some nice poke check work here. The longer reach of the U14 girls. They'll have a bit of a height advantage here. In a couple years, senior. As Julius able to get control, can't get it deep. It'll be Filiaggi. Back to Star in his own end. Pressured immediately. Fakes one way, goes the other. Works around one. Loses it to another. Down goes a U14, no call on the play as play continues a battle in front of the U14 bench. It'll be onside and a great job of not too many men as a missile from a U14 forward up the left-hand side finds the paraphernalia of goaltender Clutter, who's able to hold on to it and get a whistle. Villela on the ice with Brennan Kaminsky on the back end. It's the Paris Hartman Evans. A breakout pass by Villela off of a stick. Able to find Evans. His pass to Paris is picked off, so Villela will try again. This time he finds Hartman, the newest Penguin up the right. He's got Paris with him. If he sees him, he does. He finds him in front, goes backhand, forehand, and just taps it wide of the cage. Hartman tangled up in the corner. The puck will pop behind. It's Paris on the back pressure. Evans from the front able to free the puck up. Back pressure by Paris. Evans attacking the front, forcing the turnover to the corner, but it's gathered back in by the U14s before being poked away again by Paris. Now Hartman unable to get control, and the 14s are out to center. Battling there is Villela. Evans jumps a stick off the boards for Armstrong. Armstrong with a nice stick lift. Can't get control, but Evans' forecheck will free it up for Wu. Best by the U14, sent out the center where Ofterhide will make a phenomenal pass to Armstrong, who weaves in. Gets to the backhand, can't pull the trigger. A rolling puck prevented the shot. Ofterhide will regroup at center. He goes to Stahl. Star back to Ofterhide. Ofterhide to Carter. Carter to Wu. Wu blazing in, winding, firing, and a pad save. Carter on the rebound, can't get it through to the cage. And back come the U14s down the right side. Defended well by Ofterhide, followed on by Brody Carter. Carter up to Wu. Wu run into, they both go down. He's able to get it deep for Armstrong on the forecheck. Armstrong riding it to the half wall before it's cleared by the U14s. Off the stick of Ofterhide and center, gathered in by Stahl. Star to Real. Off Real's skate, it'll end up back in the 2010 zone. Real will get control. Scoot around one, a nice move there, weaving all the way through center ice, firing one off the defender's shin pad, but able to stay with the puck and pick it up in the corner. It's Julius, unable to get control, where it's tapped back into the 2010 zone to be picked up by Kaminsky. Off of a stick, but there is Filiaggi with a beauty of a breakout pass to Chuby. He tries to go cross ice to Real, a nice defensive play by the stick of a defender. It'll be Julius up to Real as The 2010s look to re-enter the zone. Filiaggi center drive, shot off the back of a defender by Real. He'll tap it back to the point as he's able to follow that rebound a second time. Shot from Kaminsky, up high, blocked out front. It'll be cleared and onto the ice, out of the bench. They almost were able to spring one behind the defense, but it's turned back by Julius, picked up by Filiaggi. He weaves through one, tries to send one across. It's just deflected. He'll again stay with the puck for Real. Real to Shub. Shub to Filiaggi, a tic-tac-toe play, but an even better save. Got Pensley 97 chiming in. Jimmy Halliday, let's go, boys, let's go. He had a big game earlier today. Hartman in the corner. Centering feed for Paris. Wiped away and cleared out the center for Ofter. Ofter will send it to the blue line. No further, and the Pens 2010s will regroup. Ofter feathering one out to center. Here is Hartman able to win the race. Tied up. It pops free. There's Evans. He couldn't get it through. The girls doing a great job tying up Hartman. Maybe interference, I don't know. Good no call. A picked off pass off their height. Can Evans get one? This is third breakaway for Evans. This time he'll fire and it's blocker stop. Great save again. With 8 minutes, 7:59 to be exact to play in the second period, we have a stopped puck held on to for an offensive zone draw. It'll be Wu, Carter, and Armstrong. Starr and Julius, the defense pair. The Penguins are also without defenseman David Merlot, who is recovering from a broken arm. Hopefully he'll be back to action. He's on the ice, red jersey. He's passing. He's able to hold his stick now. He's passing, skating. So hopefully he's on the mend and able to be back in action here soon. Starr to Julius. Julius up to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to hop by. It's just tapped away. Be Carter on the wall. Trying to work it deeper. Speaking of Merlot, he comes running from behind. The bench around back, he's looking for somebody, or he's going to get a piece of pizza, one or the other. It'll be Filiaggi. Take the draw, it's won by the U14s. Kick back out the center, but Filiaggi back to the puck. Puck worked up and out to center. Battled for and taken away from Villela. In come the U14s, a centering feed defended perfectly by Kaminsky. And Villela able to run the breakout. It's Real up the right. He loses control of a bouncing puck, a tough one to get under control. And it'll put himself just off sides at the blue line. If it's possible, he might have gotten faster. Great job by Carter Shoot there. Puck went back towards the U14s, but he activated immediately. It didn't quite come back far enough to get to the defenseman. He activated immediately and was able to win that draw as the U14s were about to close in on it. Shot blocked by Kaminsky. Gathered in by Villela. Breakout attempt is picked off, and a centering feed just eludes the stick of a U14 in front. They'll regroup at their own blue line. Off of a stick and popped up towards Coach Jason Julius. Be one back to Aufderheide, but it kind of bounced weird off of his stick into the skates. It'll be picked up by the U14 into the zone. A centering feed comes off of Starr. Clutter tries to push it to the side, fanned on puck by the goalie, who's then able to get back in position and glove it. A bit of a bouncing puck nightmare there for about 10 seconds as it bounced weird off Aufderheide's stick. Got taken from him. Bounced weird off Clutter's stick, bringing up a scoring chance, but he's got the glove for a reason, folks. A beautiful glove hand stop, keeping this a 1-0 game as Hartman's in on the forward check. Looks like we have a line change. Wu on the ice with Evans and Hartman. Looks like, apparently Paris has according to our between the bench crew, Brady Paris has a skate issue, and the Pens defense caught here as they'll go backside, firing one, and it's in. So a 2-on-0. I'm not sure how this happened. Take a look here on the replay. The Pens had it in the U4, right at the U14 blue line. Is that Wu maybe? Starr taking it deep. It pounces, it gets by Aufderheide at the point. Hartman on a back check was the only Penguin trying to get back. It was a 2-on-0 fed across and tucked in by the U14s, and we have a tie game. So the Pens defenseman Starr was carrying it deep. And when it popped back to Aufderheide at the point, it got by him, and there were two U14s behind. An offside play at the blue line as Julius and Armstrong collide. Everybody's all right. Julius down the left. Play picked off by the fort, carried out. Left-hand side. Back pressure by Brody Carter. He'll end up getting it after a poke there by Filiaggi. Can't maintain control, and it's turned over at center. It'll be Kaminsky. His pass for Julius swiped away, and in come the 14s again. Carried to the outside, trying to pull it to the middle, trying to use the size advantage there to get free. It ends up carried behind the net off of a skate on the breakout pass. Filiaggi to Carter, and it's popped back to the corner for Kaminsky. Kaminsky will wedge it along. Carter there. Julius looks to be labored a bit. Wonder if that leg is bothering. He's recovering from a broken leg. He hasn't been back to practice about a week. Just recently cleared to full participation, and he gets it swiped away. It's another 2-on-0 here. Driving in around Clutter and just tipping it wide. It'll come back out in front. The Pens were in the middle of a line change, I believe. A 2-on-0, puck came back out in front for a missile that went high over the cage, and the 2010s lucky not to be trailing in this. Out shooting right now, 19-10. That's not what they look for. As Austin Wu absolutely snaps one off to Jack Reel, who goes 5-hole, and it's the real deal. Jack Reel burying his second of the game, and an absolute dime by Austin Wu from his own end that hit it right on the tape of Reel, who was circling out at center and able to pop free as the puck kind of came up to the point and was worked back down. Reel was able to escape the zone on a perfectly timed play. Wu carried it behind the cage, and Reel took off, and he saw him. And it was, a great read by Reel and an even better pass by Wu. And we have Brady Paris back on the ice. Hopefully that skate is fixed. And it's up to the blue line, not out. Palella battling. Paris now taps it to Evans. Evans wedges it by. Can he get control? Snap it over to Hartman, but Evans is on an offside situation. .359 to play in the second period, a 2-1 2010 lead. Both goals by Jack Reel. A beautiful pass from Rylan Ofterhide for the first one. After pinching down the wall, finding Reel in front, and then an absolute dime from Wu. To spring him for the second one as Hartman sends a cross-ice feed that eludes Evans. He'll get to it on the half wall, leaving it for Starr. Now Paris. Paris around one, cutting to the middle, backside for Hartman, and there's the glove. This goaltender has been on fire. A beautiful glove save. On a phenomenal backside feed by Brady Paris to Dylan Hartman. The South Hills connection. Puck won by the 2010s, but the defense gets crossed up, and it's a 3-on-1 back into the 2010 zone. A centering feed wide of the net, but right there on the pressure to take it from Julius. That shot fanned on, but gathered behind the cage. The Pens defense ran into each other off the face-off, and it created that odd man rush, odd woman rush. Here is Julius this time finding Reel. Reel's got Shub. He'll look for him. He tries to snap it towards the net instead, and that stick-on puck blocked, but it'll be picked up by Filiaggi. Shub to Reel to Filiaggi. That pass swiped away by the defender. Back to Reel. They'll wrap it around behind and keep control. Wait for Starr. Tickling that blue line with the puck, able to keep it in. Reel, great job covering at the point as Filiaggi gets control. Sends it down low for Kaminsky. Shot up high, shouldered away. Kaminsky will hustle back to the point as Filiaggi will rejoin the play on that switch. Starr will find Kaminsky, but just past his reach. A centering feed off the side of the cage will be broken out, and Reel back play indeed. Great job again covering by 11 for the 10s. Wiping at the puck, pops it free, and sends Filiaggi flying up the left. He tries to swipe it to the middle, but it's defended well and brought back on by the U14. Pressured to the outside. A centering pass comes off of a skate wide. Guess Clutter is going to get this whole game. I guess Hanner will play tomorrow. Wu gets control. Carries through center. He's got Carter with him. They'll challenge the D 1-on-2. Shot comes into the breadbasket. Don't forget, you can find us online. .comcity.com. Check us out there. Beautiful centering feed by Ofterhide. He has been dishing dimes today. That goes off the stick of Armstrong. Rylan Ofterhide has his A game today. He's a 10. A 10 as this one oddly comes off the Penguins 2010 defender. I think it might have been Ofterhide. Just bragging about him. I think he lost control of it right in front of the net. And it went right to the stick of a U14 and finds its way to the back of the cage. Let's take a look here. I've got the benefit of replay. It was behind the net. Ofterhide came through. Nope, it wasn't Ofterhide. I think that was Carter. Brody Carter lost control right at the side of the cage, and it's a tie game again. Evans cuts in, feeds it across to Hartman. Defended well. It's a 2-on-3, but it's Julius there to get control. Julius to the corner, pulls up, finds Parrish. Parrish tries to get the shot off. It's swiped away. It's a 2-on-1. Starr back to defend. Clutter will put it to the corner. Our pressure. Taken away. Parrish deep on the play. Able to dislodge it on the half wall. Starr now battles. It goes to Evans. Evans chips it off the wall looking for Parrish. It's cut off by a U14, and it'll be picked up behind the net by Starr. Starr looking for Parrish. It just eludes him. He'll challenge at the point and get control and find Evans. Evans has Hartman driving the net. He's got Parrish in the high slot. He'll dangle to the inside, a bit of a toe drag, firing it into the paraphernalia of the goaltender, who's able to get control of it. Thought it came through. It did not. And she's able to keep it out and keep it a tie 2 game as we head to the second intermission. An exciting one here from the Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. You're watching Cine TV. Hopefully you're a subscriber. Make sure you subscribe below. Subscribe below. Subscribe below. Thank you guys for the chat going on out there. Apparently we are partying with Penns Elite 97. I got an idea who that is. On the chat. We'll be back for the third in just a moment. Welcome back, third period action. We try to break this tie. Shot in by the U14s is gobbled up by Clutter. Clutter donning the new pads, folks. Check those out. Bright yellow pads as Real gets free at center again. A 1-on-2. Great job at delaying. This time finding Aufderheide in the high slot. It's knocked away, but not cleared. Oh, it's right between the wickets of Shuby and brought on to center by the U14s. Out to the red line and popped in behind Kaminsky. Kaminsky will head to the corner. Tapping it around for Aufderheide. Nice play there to tap it further for Real. His cross ice pass, though, picked off. To the corner it goes. Centering feed, a one-time blast, and it's kept out by Shuby with maybe the save of the game. The puck came in off Clutter, bounced free, was headed for the line. Shuby down on his knees to kick it away. An actual kick save from the Penguin winger. As this is wedged up, Jack Real again sneaking out, but it'll go the whole way in on net, and it's covered up. Jack Real able to time that breakout and just release to get free. He and Evans have had some breaks. Real finishing both of his. Well, not both of them. He's had quite a few opportunities, but having a heck of a game. He's able to bury a pair of them. Brody Carter on the wall as it's wedged up by the 14th and past Villela. It'll be Julius banking one off the boards to Wu. Wu can't get control. It's back to the U14s. Villela tied up along the wall. Wu there in support. Great puck support. There's the Penguins 2010s outnumbering. will be Brody Carter looking for Armstrong. Out of his reach and brought back in by the 14s, but it'll be an offside endeavor. If you're looking for advertising opportunities, feel free to reach out to us here. You can find our email address on the website, citytv.com. We've got power play sponsors available, penalty kill sponsors available. Lots of opportunities. Get your company name out there. Paris sends one off the leg of a defender. It's picked up by Ofterheide. Cross ice feed, here's Paris. Into the zone with Evans. Fans on the pass. He's able to work it across. There's Hartman. He'll tap one. And he gets it by the goaltender. This goaltender's been phenomenal. But that bit of a broken play. This line has had so many great scoring chances. Stopped by multiple glove saves. A couple breakaway stops. The goaltenders had their number. And what does it take? It takes an odd bouncing puck. A fanned-on pass. A puck that bounces around in front. Comes free to the stick of the newbie. Newbie no more, as Dylan Hartman gets his first goal as a member of the Pittsburgh Penguins elite. And oh baby, sausage and gravy, Dylan Hartman makes it 3-2. Reel to the puck, tapping it back for Starr. He'll go back to him. Back to Starr. A play catch. Oh, he's just over the line. Starzy, I said he was tickling with that blue line earlier. This time it just goes over, and it's an offside play. 11:55 to play, period number 3. The 10s lead 3-2. Filiaggi to take the draw at the 14 blue line. Worked up the left side, into the middle. Filiaggi on the back check, able to disrupt that shot. Julius. And there he is again. Jack Reel releasing. Getting up the left. Can he get clear? It'll be a 1-on-3 to the corner, but he does a great job to pull up and find Filiaggi. Filiaggi sends it back to Reel. From his belly, he centers one that's brought out by the U14s. Braided hair flowing in the background as she'll fire one in on net. Clutter there to make the save. Brody Carter sending it out to center. Woo! Like a missile down the ice. Gets control. Taps it behind to Armstrong. Armstrong stopping behind the net. He's pressured by a pair of Penn's elite ladies. Popping the puck free, and they'll work the breakout. It'll be a nice read by Julius to step in front. He comes into the left wing corner before being turned back to the wall, where it'll be picked up by Wu. He twists and turns. Taps it behind, looking to pick it up himself. He'll stick lift. He's still in control. This time he'll center it for Julius. It misses him. A bouncing puck comes to Kaminsky. Now just hopping over the stick of Wu. Cleared up but not out, kept by Julius. This all started with the original Julius read and keep. And it's been all Penguins 2010s for the last 15 seconds or so because of it. Now it's broken out all the way to the 2010 zone. On the outside, battled for in the corner, cleared up the wall, wedged out to center by Armstrong. These new Penguin unis are sweet. You get a chance, I don't know, depending on how big of a mega TV you're watching on, you might be able to see the real, it's a gold number, but just like the big club, the real thin white outline, it is awesome. It is pretty cool to look at. We have Evans stepping in to take the draw here in the neutral zone, wins it back towards Oftereye. If they actually switch positions, perhaps. Harris and Evans switching it up a little bit. Hannon trying to see what works as a backhander. Beautiful backhander, kicked aside by Clutter. Popped free to Hartman. Hartman looking to get control, bouncing puck, and he will. Over to Evans on the outside. He'll stop and fire cross as he was looking for Paris. It'll come free to Villela, who shoots it off the pad. Rebound stopped as well by Paris. He tries to center it to Evans. As this line back to work, they have the goal, the differential maker, making it 3-2 off the stick of Hartman as Villela wedges it deep. Hartman will chase it down. He's a maniac on the forecheck. U14's able to get control, and out they come. It'll be a breakaway, but the Pens were changing as Starr was able to get on the ice, but a save by Clutter and the rebound whacked out of midair in a highlight reel goal to tie the game at 3. The Pens were changing behind the play, and Starr got on the ice enough to disrupt it, but not enough to stop it. Clutter got to the first one, but Starr's momentum wasn't able to kind of keep up as the U14 girls got behind and was able to bat the rebound out of the air in a great play. And we've got a tie game. Yet again. He battling along the wall. Back to Starr. Takes one way, picks it up, goes the other. There's Julius. Julius tries to snap it across to Reel. He's been the hot hand, but that one's picked off. Maybe the girls have figured that out. Be behind now, Filiaggi. Filiaggi up the right side. Still working it. Able to pop it deep. Reel will battle along the wall. Taken away by the U14s. It'll be Starr getting control, banking off the boards. Joins the rush. Filiaggi reads it, fills in defensively. As Reel comes down the wall, round one, centering pass wide of the 2010 sticks, but it'll now be Armstrong up high for Starr. Starr looking, firing, it's off of a skate, rebound comes free, Filiaggi puts it off the pads, Reel comes in and blisters one high and over the cage. Down low, bodied off by Starr, now Armstrong behind. Overskated by Kaminsky, but in comes Wu. Flying up through center. All the way to the offensive zone. On the rush. Carrying it himself to the corner. Battled for along the boards. Armstrong working. Popped up. And an offside play as Armstrong was still in the zone. Wasn't quite able to clear. 6:48 to play. Pass from near the Penguins' blue line, so it'll be brought all the way back to the Penguin line for the face-off. Wu leans over the dot. Armstrong gets control, runs into Carter. Carter will come free and find Wu. Wu one-on-one, firing one off a stick and high over the cage. Gathered in by the U14s and brought on out to center. Cutting to the outside. Kaminsky there. Bending and U14s will dump it in behind Ofteride. Ofteride and Wu work in the corner. U14s a 2-on-2 battle. In comes Kaminsky to make it 3-on-2 for the 10s. Back to Ofteride and Wu as it's pinned along the wall. Popped free. Wu up off the boards. Poke check by Armstrong. Can't get control. It's turned back. Be off there. Wedging it further to Carter. Carter up the wall. Can't pop free off their high there in support, able to get control. Kaminsky. Armstrong. Looking. Penguins changing. He'll find Ofterhide. He's had a day. Ofterhide will blister one from center ice that's kicked aside. Armstrong in on the forecheck. They banked behind and gathered by the U14s. In on the forecheck was Hartman. He frees it up along the wall. Battled for Julius. Evans with a bit of a pick. Julius knocked down. We're going to have a power play. Knocked down with a trip. And that'll earn him a trip. The young lady from the U14s will head to this sin bin. It's number 17. And the 2010s will have a turkey on the table, a power play opportunity with 5:25 to play in the third period. Will be Paris, Evans, Hartman, Villela, and Julius as a shot from outside is gloved and held. Be a face-off to the right of the goaltender. Evans will lean in over the dot. He wedges it forward, and he'll track it down. Him and Hartman on the forecheck. It'll come back to Julius at the point. Down low to Evans. He'll work out of the corner, starting, firing a centering pass that just misses the stick of Paris. Crashing down is Villela to the corner. Paris digging for it. Puck in the skates. Pop it free. They will. It'll be fought for, and out comes Paris. Coming across, tucking one short side that's stopped, and then the rebound sent over the cage. Evans on the forecheck. 214s will reverse. Hartman now on the forecheck as the Pens kind of back off a bit. That's dangerous. Weaving through everybody comes the U14s. 4:30 to play. 32 seconds left on the power play as a shot comes in off Clutter on a shorthanded chance. It'll be cleared by Paris with speed through center. Dropped back for Evans. He'll find Hartman. Hartman popped free. Waving at it. Can't get through. Paris. Now Evans. Evans will dislodge it. Tapping it. It'll come free to Hartman. Hartman escapes to the corner. It'll go. If he could have gotten control of it, it would have been a potential 2-on-0 with him and Evans. Great pressure here by the U14s. Knocks it off Hartman's stick. It'll be gathered in by Filiaggi. Filiaggi able to come on for Paris. Now Starr off the skate of Evans. A long shift here for Hartman and Evans. You can kind of see it as Evans taps at it. Power play over. They were out for that whole power play. They drew the power play. And now we have Filiaggi and Hartman colliding along the wall. Hartman needs to get off. Evans just gets off. It'll be just past the stick of Real, but right to Filiaggi. Hartman able to change. On comes Shuby. Filiaggi twisting and turning to the corner. Real, like a lacrosse player with the stick checks from behind. His back pressure before freed up a couple chances for the Pens. This time it's the U14s popping it deep behind Ofterhide. Will gather it and chip it. Can't get it past the U14 player, so it's back to the point. Kept in by the U14s. A 3-3 game here. Comes free. Starr unable to get control. To the corner. Out of the corner. Heel pressures the point, but it comes free to the U14. Shuby with a great play there to block it. He's knocked down on the play, though, and it's the U14 still in business. Great puck control until it's taken by Starr. He finds Real. Real finds some space. Weaves into the middle. Fires one that's stopped. To the corner. Back to the point. Oh, it came off the referee. It was coming back to Starr, but it'll be picked up by Filiaggi. He's behind the cage. Looking. He'll reverse it to Real. Driving the net is Villela, whose shot screams just wide of the cage. It's Kaminsky keeping it in. Backside feed by Real to Filiaggi, who skips it high over the net. Works like a breakout pass, and on come the 14s, a 3-on-2. Kaminsky and Villela back. A back check by Real makes it a 3-on-3. Villela frees it up. It'll be Wu. Wu onto the ice. Firing one short side that misses. Villela follows on his centering pass off of Armstrong to the corner. Gathered in by the 14s and popped out the center all the way for an icing ball. 1:30 to play here in the third. Three tie, Real and Hartman. Osterheide with one assist, Wu with an assist, and I think everybody had an assist on that Hartman goal as it went off of Evans and Paris and kind of bounced there for the Hartman duck. Flutter setting it up behind his net, and he'll wedge it by the on-rushing defender. Nice job there. He's added that to his game in the offseason. How about that, folks? Pens might be able to use that. Here comes Armstrong. It's wiped away from him. Back behind the U10 or the 2010 cage. Osterheide unable to get control at first, but is able to with intuitiveness in the extra effort. Rimmed around by the 2010s off the stick of a U14. Wu in on the forecheck. Able to free things up. He does. It'll come off the stick of Paris. Picked up by Hartman. Hartman. Paris. A shot tipped wide of the cage. That long reach unable to get control. And now it'll be Julius. Julius at center. Hartman gets onside. Julius drives in left side. Stopping, pulling up. Looking to the middle. Can't get it through. Tied up along the boards for the U14s. Back in behind the cage. Only 10 seconds left in this one. A tie game. And it's if you have followed this 2010 team, the least surprising thing that would ever happen is a tie game, as we had like 30 of them last year. As the horn sounds, it's a 3-3 tie for the 37th time in the last 38 games for the 2010s. They'll tie things up. The great part is we'll be back here tomorrow, where you can catch us live on Cine TV for a rematch. So let's break the tie here. A great back and forth contest. And we will be